13 hours! Let's go! You guys breath? What are we Aussie from?
Kiss it.
Oh.
You'll turn into a princess.
What bud? I
What
mean
bud?
pizza bud.
Name pizza bud?
I'm listening to some X bud.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Collins, look on your lap! Oh! Oh!
Bud!
Oh!
Bud, you got a frog in here, bud?
Alright, bud, I gotta close, bud. Alright, we locked up and clocked out at the shop. Now we're heading to the other shop.
Maybe adjusted $20 missing from Scotty.
So you just put $20 in it?
I'm not gonna. Oh, Hannah Boban. Fine ass bitch.
Jeez.
She got
4K, bud. Oh!
Hustle culture worships the wrong gods. Discipline, grit, hard work, drive. You've been told these are the qualities you grind into yourself at 5 in the morning until you finally become the person who deserves the life you want. None of it is true. Discipline is not a virtue you cultivate. Grit is not a muscle you build. Drive is not something you summon by listening to the right podcasts. They are residue. They are the dust that gets left behind when something is burning hot enough at the center of someone's life that everything else has to organize itself around it. And every person who tries to acquire them directly, without acquiring the fire first, is going to fail. Not because they're weak, because they're starting in the wrong place. Look at the people who actually have these qualities. The writer who's been at it for 15 years and can't physically stop. The parent who organized their entire life around their kids and would tell you it wasn't a sacrifice. The founder who works hours that would destroy a normal person and seems to be getting more energy from it, not less. You can ask any of them what their discipline routine is, and they'll look at you like you've asked them what their breathing routine is, because they don't have one. They're not disciplined in the way you've been taught to think about discipline. They're just so consumed by what they're doing that the alternative, not doing it, is more painful than the doing. The discipline isn't a force they apply, it's the absence of any meaningful pull in the other direction. And this is where the whole hustle culture industry collapses, because the entire pitch is backwards. They're showing you the exhaust and telling you to build a car out of it. You've been waking up at 5 for 2 years and you still don't know what you're waking up for. You've got the cold plunges, the journals, the supplements. All of it is the visible output of people whose engines are already running. And you're being told that if you just imitate the output hard enough, the engine will appear. It won't. You can't reverse engineer obsession out of behavioral mimicry. You can wake up at 5 for the rest of your life and still be hollow inside the routine, because the routine was never the thing. So why has this lie sold so hard? Because it's the more flattering option. It tells you that the only thing standing between you and the life you want is willpower. That you're a few habit stacks away from becoming someone you respect. That's a comfortable story. It puts the problem inside your control. It lets you believe that you just haven't tried hard enough yet. The harder truth, the one nobody's selling because it doesn't sell, is that you don't have a discipline problem. You have a meaning problem. You haven't found something worth being disciplined about, and you're trying to manufacture the discipline anyway. And the manufacturing is what's exhausting you. And here's the part that's gonna hurt because you've already half noticed it. The people who seem disciplined to you don't think of themselves as disciplined. Ask any of them. They'll tell you they're lazy, that they cut corners, that they don't understand why people think what they do is hard. And they're not being humble. They're being accurate. From the inside, What you're calling their discipline doesn't feel like discipline. It feels like care. It feels like being unable to leave something alone. The only people who experience their lives as a constant grind of forced behavior are the people who haven't found what they actually want to do, and who are trying to manufacture the appearance of caring through sheer behavioral force. You're not doing it wrong. You're doing the wrong fucking thing. So stop trying to become more disciplined. It's the wrong question. The question isn't how to force yourself to do something you clearly don't want to do. The question is why you're forcing yourself in the first place, and what it would look like to stop. Because the relationship between you and the thing you're chasing is the actual variable. Either there's a pull there, in which case the discipline shows up on its own and you stop having to talk about it, or there isn't a pull, in which case no amount of self-flagellation is going to manufacture one. You're trying to force yourself into a thing you don't actually want to be in, and you're calling the resistance you feel a character flaw. It isn't, and finding what you actually care about is harder than the discipline pitch. That's quiet work. It's private work. It's mostly invisible, and it doesn't fit into a morning routine, which is why nobody's gonna teach it to you. It's a process of subtraction, of slowly removing every wrong answer until you're left with something that actually moves you. But it's the only work that matters, because once you find it, the rest of the architecture builds itself. The early mornings happen because you can't sleep. The focus happens because everything else has gone slightly gray. The discipline arrives, fully formed, without you having to learn it, because you finally have something worth being disciplined about. So stop chasing the byproducts. Stop building an identity around the residue of other people's obsessions. Stop performing the aesthetics of effort while the engine underneath stays cold. Find the thing, then watch the rest of it show up exactly as advertised, without you having to manufacture a single ounce of it. Because you don't have a discipline problem, you have a meaning problem, and no amount of waking up early was ever going to solve it.
Holy shit. I worked from about 9 a.m. to 1:30 in the morning. Trying to be a good guy never works out. I've consumed 4 Celsius, 2 Lucy's, and 2 Cliff Bars today. I'm trying to go get some food. Mud. Yo, P, where you at, Mud? Where you at, P?
See, when you grow up in the shadows, you have to get swallowed by them, or you learn how to shine away. To every kid watching, I want you to hear me loud. You are not your zip code. You are not your last name. You are not your setbacks. You are your vision. You are your work ethic. You are your will. You are the quiet whisper inside you that says, I know there's more for me in this life. Hold on to that voice. It will be tested.
Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon, in all his splendor, was dressed like one of these. And if that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own.
everything you got. And if you give it any less than everything you totally got, you're not totally spent, you're not doing enough. When you get to the point you got 5 more reps, and you get 5 more reps, but then you got 5 more. Somehow, by some act of God, you're praying to God that you have to get 5 more reps. You do and you will. Whenever you got 5 more reps, usually you have 10. You can't just say, oh, okay, I got 5 more reps. It has to be 5 more reps. It has to be everything within you has to be able to go to the table, go to the bar, go to the rack, go to the exercise you're doing and demand it, insist it.
I just got off a call with one of my best friends who is a professional baseball player, and baseball is baseball. You are only as stable as what you worship, and baseball is about as unstable as it comes. So we were talking about the mental game, and I mentioned this book to him, this new book that I'm reading. And I want to share one snippet of it with you guys. E.L. Doctorow once said that writing a novel is like driving a car at night. You can see only as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. You don't have to see where you are going. You don't have to see your destination or everything you will pass along the way. You just have to see 2 or 3 feet ahead of you. This is right up there with the best advice about writing or life I have ever heard. She then goes on to talk about how she's exhausted and she's reflecting, and she tells this story about her little brother. She remembers this story from 30 years prior about her older brother, who was 10 years old at the time. He's writing a report. He's trying to get this report done on birds. It was due the next day. He had 3 months to write it. We were sitting at our family cabin in Bolinas, and he was at the kitchen table close to tears, surrounded by binder paper and pencils and unopened books on birds, immobilized by the hugeness of the task ahead. Then my father sat down beside him. He put his arm around my brother's shoulder and said, "Bird by bird, buddy. Just take it bird by bird." I tell this story again because it usually makes a dent in the tremendous sense of being overwhelmed that my students experience. Sometimes it actually gives them hope. And hope, as Chesterton said, is the power of being cheerful in circumstances that we know to be desperate. Writing can be a pretty desperate endeavor because it is about some of our deepest needs. Our need to be visible, to be heard, our need to make sense of our lives, to wake up and grow and belong. It is no wonder if we sometimes tend to take ourselves perhaps a bit too seriously. So here is another story she tells often. She references the movie Stripes. In Stripes, there's this guy who takes himself super seriously named Francis, and he says, "If you call me Francis, I'll kill you. By the way, I don't like to be touched. If you touch me, I'll kill you." And the guy that is leading the team jumps in and he says, "Hey, lighten up, Francis." And she says, "That is not a bad line to have taped to the wall of your office. So say to yourself in the kindest way possible, look, honey, all we're gonna do for now is to write a description of the river at sunrise, or the young child swimming in the pool at the club, or the first time the man sees a woman he will marry. That is all we're gonna do for now. We are just gonna take this bird by bird, but we are gonna finish this one short assignment." And so the book is literally called Bird by Bird. His motto for the rest of the season is bird by bird. I asked him, when I interview you at the end of this season, and you've had a stellar year and you've turned this around, I'm gonna ask you what your motto is. And it's bird by bird. We're taking this one day at a time.
You will spend years getting nothing back. That's the part nobody warns you about, and the part that ends most people before they ever get close. You do the work and the world doesn't move. You do it again and the world doesn't move. You do it for a 3rd year and a 4th, and the silence is so total and so consistent that you start to wonder whether the universe even knows you're there. It does. It just isn't ready to answer. And most of the people who quit don't quit because the work was too hard. They quit because the silence does something to you the work alone never could. You wake up, you do the thing, you go to bed tired in a way that doesn't feel like accomplishment, and you wake up and do it again for so long that you lose the ability to tell whether you're being faithful to something real or just stuck in a loop of your own making. You question the vision, you question your judgment, you question whether you were ever the kind of person who could have done this. And the questioning gets louder every year because you've started to suspect the work was never going to pay. That's the moment that breaks almost everyone. Not the work, the doubt. The work is the easy part. The hard part is staying inside the work when the only evidence that it matters is the fact that you keep doing it. And then On God's timing, not your own, reality bends. It doesn't come gently. It crashes into your life all at once, in a single compressed period that, from the outside, will look to other people like luck. The doors that wouldn't open are open. The people who didn't return your messages are calling. The work you'd started to think was invisible is suddenly the only thing anyone wants to talk about. The thing you'd been quietly working toward for years arrives, in a week, in a month, in a season, and your life shifts insanely fast. And the strangest part is that the person standing in that new room is not the person who started the journey. Could not have been. That earlier version of you couldn't have held what's about to be handed to them. You don't get to keep the version of yourself who started this. They had to die so this one could breathe. Most people call this struggle preparation, but it's more like surgery. Every quiet, unwitnessed year was cutting away something in you that couldn't survive what was coming. Every soft assumption, every entitled belief about how fast it should happen, every weakness that would have collapsed under the weight of actually arriving. And most people get off the table, they mistake the knife for cruelty when it was actually love. They feel the cutting, decide that something this painful must mean they're on the wrong path, and abandon the procedure halfway through so they stay intact, soft, untouched, still recognizably themselves. And they spend the rest of their lives wondering why nothing they wanted ever came, and why the people who got there look so different from them now, like they came from somewhere else entirely. They didn't come from anywhere else. They just stayed on the table. Because here's what nobody tells you about the years of getting nothing back. They are not wasted. They are not the universe ignoring you. They are the thing itself. The years are the work. The years are the surgery. The years are the slow, brutal, unsentimental process of becoming the kind of person the thing you want will actually consent to be held by. You don't get to have the result without the becoming, because the result is too big for who you currently are. The years are how you get made big enough to hold it. You think you're waiting for the world to give you the thing. You're not. You're waiting for the part of you that couldn't hold the thing to die. So when reality finally breaks, and it will if you stay on the table long enough, you won't feel like you won. You'll feel like something inside you finally finished. The room that was waiting for you was always waiting. You just had to stop being someone the room couldn't accommodate. That's the whole transaction. The silence wasn't punishment. It was construction. Reality bends to those who stay on the table, because they understood, eventually, that the bending was them, that the years weren't happening to them. They were happening as them. And one day, when the universe gives them what they desire, they don't have to ask why it chose them. It didn't choose them. They became someone it couldn't refuse.
Put these on, just like this, right above your knees. And you'll feel it right here. He's trying to give you spot.
You overcame every single obstacle, every setback, every distraction life tried to throw at you. And somehow, through all the pain, all the confusion, all the nights you thought about giving up, you're still here. You survived things people thought would break you. You carried pain nobody knew about. You kept moving forward even when your soul was exhausted. So at some point, you have to realize this isn't even fully up to you anymore. Your calling is too high. Your purpose is too important. Your destiny is too heavy. Because if God wanted you to stop, you would have stopped already. But every time life tried to bury you, something pulled you back up. Every closed door redirected you. Every heartbreak built you. Every failure prepared you. That pain didn't destroy you. It introduced you to your strength. So wipe those tears. Stitch up that wound, silence that doubt in your head, and go become everything you were created to be. Because the truth is, you were never meant to fail. And even if you tried to quit, God wouldn't let you.
Partying is weakness for the soul, my friend, so I try and avoid it. It's more like an obsession now. Everything I do is something to do with this, you know? Everything it's always in my head. I'm always thinking about it. I'm definitely obsessed with it.
What makes you such a good fighter?
I don't know, I'm just curious about it. I'm curious about it. It's never, it's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think. I don't think about nothing else. That's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why. You know what I mean? To be true, all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a... That's unhealthy. That beats your mind.
It feels to be at the pinnacle of any game. In whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone to it. Not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this, and let's engage in this. And I can't do it, I just don't, people are talking to me, and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the map, or that's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. Come on, man.
Nobody can tell me that I move the same as any of these guys, because I don't move the same. I move differently, I move unique, and I know unique. Not only that, I speak unique, I act unique. I'm just different than these people.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it,
Nice.
it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. You truly believe in it. If you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction that will become reality.
Time to train at that time. Set a time to go to sleep at that time. Set a time to get up at that time. Don't tell yourself you need to do something and then don't do it. That's what I was talking about with Ariel. I knew in my head I was saying, get up at this time. I didn't get up at that time. Train at this time. I didn't train at that time. Don't eat this. I ate that. Don't drink that. I drank it. And these all just infiltrate my mental strength.
Just little kind of defeats.
Exactly, little defeats instead of wins. And it just culminates into, and you just don't want to be here. So I'm just feeling myself.
Struggle, you know, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening, that's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I had no job, you know what I mean, or whatever. Didn't know what I was doing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. Still was able to feel like it was. I still was able to go into a different, just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I was basically just using my imagination. And when I visualized that, and I swear to God, sitting in the traffic and all, I visualized, I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualizing a brand new car and visualizing good things in times of struggle. When you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more. You know what I mean? Because that is harder to do. You have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what. Then nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen, and that's what happens.
Is Conor McGregor for real?
100%, man. You know, for real. I'm telling people I'm going to do anything.
You think now people will start believing?
I don't give a shit what people say. I never did. I never do. I told you before the fight I was the shit, and I'm telling you right now I'm the shit. What people say does not matter to me, because whatever you do in life, good or bad, there's always going to be somebody. You know what I mean? So I don't give a shit. With all due respect to everyone, fuck everyone.
Easy.
Oh my. Oh God.
There's no stopping a man who knows he's right and keeps coming. And in order for your opinion to matter to me, you have to matter to me. Some wisdom for the day from Big Love.
I'm just here for my own.
On the topic of art, I wanted to read you a quote from 2013 that you said. It's really poignant and I think it deserves to be read out in full, so just bear with me. I've lost my mind on this game, like Vincent van Gogh, dedicated his life to his art and he lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me, but fuck it. When that gold belt is around my waist and my mother has a big mansion, my girlfriend has a car for every day of the week, and my kids' get everything they ever wanted, then it will pay. Then I'll be happy I lost my mind. Can you just reflect and talk to me about how that makes you feel hearing that in 2021?
You know, it's been some ride. I've got it done, and I'm up here, mad as a brush. You know what I mean? I've been through it all, my friends. You know, I appreciate that, and it's been a wild ride for me. It's not been easy at times, but you know, what a life. And I tell you what, I wouldn't want it.
Like Vincent van Gogh, he dedicated his life to his art and lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me. But when that gold belt is around my waist, when my mother has a big mansion, my girlfriend has a different car for every day of the week, and my kids have everything they ever want, then it will pay.
What makes you such a good fighter?
Well, I don't know, I'm just curious about it. It's never, I mean, it's in my head 24/7. Nothing else in my mind. I don't think it'll be
All the way up. Where that F for that P?
I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is.
Where that F for that P?
I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fight. You know what I mean? And that is what I mean. To be true, all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or that's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size, we're eating every single night each. We're eating good, we're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shut up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I'm enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You know, this, doing that. And they didn't know what it was. They didn't know what MMA was. They didn't know what money this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man and dad talking about. As far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did really, but I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. But and then I ended up getting a trade just to keep them quiet. I used to have a lot of fights with my dad.
What trade did you get?
I ended up getting a trade as a plumber. Literally up in the back arse of nowhere, up in Wicklow Mountains. And funny enough, that site is one of the biggest sites in the world. Kiltiernan, it was right at that skiing place. Huge, and now it's just abandoned. Now it's just deserted.
So I used to go up there 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on that M50. I used to have to walk to the N4. About half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that he'd drive on the M4 and I had to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50, 2 hours back. Literally 14 hours days. I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop, I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that. I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me. How long did you last? I lasted 18 months. It was tough, you know. Just like, it wasn't a life for me. And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time, and then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm in the show, I'd like to film it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show it. My dad used to come in and punch the head on me and like try and drag me out of bed. And I just wouldn't go. And then I had uproar for a good few years when I'm over. And that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There was a lot of stressful years, a lot of tough times. But I proved them wrong. I proved myself right. I cannot put one thing on, John. I just love this life that I have created. I love this business. I enjoy work. I don't want to be anywhere else but here. So every day I am enjoying myself. I wake up every day, I pace myself. I want to see the room I'm sleeping in. I want to see the bed I'm sleeping in. I want to see the home that I'm living in. There's an elevator in the home. So I'm on the third floor and I go out and click the button and it goes from the third floor to the first floor. I open up the elevator and I go and eat some breakfast and then we go stretch out in the sun and we have a big pool, a jacuzzi. Look, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life, even before I had any kind of money or any of that. I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful, and more comes.
If somebody said to you, you have, or you'll be as successful as you are now, what would you have said back then?
I believe you. That's what I would have said. Because I did believe.
Yes.
I believed in it. I had very few people who told me that. I had a small group of people that would tell me something like that. Other than that, it was just me telling myself.
Yep.
So if someone came up to me and told me that all the way back then, I'd say you're damn right.
I don't know how you do it. You seem immune to pressure. You got an entire nation on your shoulders and you rise above it once again.
Yeah, I don't just knock them out. I picked around, John. Yeah, I said this. I'm sure you're probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You're probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see, and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're gonna do and go and do it. When you're chasing your dream and when you're working hard, chasing something you love and completely dedicated, it just happens. You can't really notice it. You know, even still to this day. I'm in an amazing position in my life, but I'm still working like I'm not. I'm still working like I'm not in this position.
Absolutely.
I'm still working like none of this is even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something I love to do, and I just keep pushing and keep working hard. I can't pinpoint an exact moment for you, but
yep.
If anything, I always felt like it was happening way back then, and now it is happening, but. Now I almost feel like it's not happening. You know what I mean? And I want to push to something else.
Absolutely.
I'm always striving to push forward. So.
You know, hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build-up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mag Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym. But I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went. We consistently, daily movies I was releasing, you know, from like a month ago, every single day. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very, like, the work pays, hard work pays, and I put in the work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line. I show up, I perform, and I get the results from that. So
when I was a kid, I used to always visualize stadiums, and like, even when I was playing football, I'd kick the ball against the wall, and I'd pretend I scored a goal, and I'd run off, and I'd be raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans. You know, that was something I'd done as a kid out on my own. I like just running around kicking the ball. So I always had these visions of something, but I just didn't know what it was. And then I suppose when I came to these events, and I started training MMA, and then came to an event, I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do.
I've been listening to laughter all my career.
Yeah.
I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What? An Irishman win a Cage Warriors world title? Hell no. You serious? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. Okay, you gotta win. Now he wants to win a world title? Hell no, he's all talk, he's all hype, he's a joke. Laughter all around at the Joker. Then the Joker goes and wins the world title. Now he wants to win a second world title. More laughter. Listen, I don't know, the sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me. So I'm enjoying that. I seek that. I don't feel no doubt or I don't feel that going to fight in any of these other UFC bums right now. They need to rise up. Right now they're down there. I've got this situation where people are truly doubting me like they doubted me at the very, very beginning. And that's motivating for me. That's what's going to drive me to the gym when I need to go to the gym.
I can't tell you how many times I dropped the weight on the floor. Dropped the weight and just tossed it off my back. Fell down. Got up again and continued the set. You got to be willing to fail. If you can't fail, what I learned in the gym is you got to go out there and fail. You got to go out there and fall down. Most people who have won big have failed big. Okay? You know. See, even you know. And what I promised myself as a little boy, I said I can never leave the gym knowing I have 5% left. And 5% is magic. That's the magic place where very few people go. You can go there. I'm giving you permission to go there. We'll have people behind you. If you fall down and drop the weight on the floor, who cares? Who cares? But if you make it, I care. I want that. I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. The same thing in life is the same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything. Anything. Right now, you're 5% away. 5% away from being a champion.
I made a promise to this young Tom Platz. I said, if you're going to do this bodybuilding thing, if it's this important to you, you cannot be a failure. You cannot leave the gym ever a failure. You have to give it everything you got. And when you think you're done, there's 5 more reps. Even when you do 5 reps, there's probably 5 more reps yet. And I told myself, I have to give it this much. I just can't be, because I can't accept the fact. I cannot live with the fact that Tom Platz is a loser. That disturbs me so much. I hate that statement so much. I will do anything close to death to be a winner. Okay? So when I squat 50 reps back in the old days for 405, I probably had 30 in me. Probably had 25 in me, but somehow, by some act of God, a miracle, I got 50 reps, okay? But it was a belief system that I cannot live with myself. I cannot look in the mirror. I can't walk down the street going, I'm a failure. Oh, I would rather die. I'm serious. I would rather die than be a failure. Life should not exist, at least for me, being a failure.
Go out there and fail. Go out there and fail miserably. Drop the weight on the ground, toss the weight, but achieve failure. Achieve failure. If you can do that, you can also win. If you can fail, you can also win. And all winners have failed. That's the goal here today, that last 5%. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing. Except people train not as hard. When you know too much, it's like a child. A child will do anything. A child will skateboard off of crazy heights and do crazy stuff and do flips, you know? When you get older, you go, oh God, I could get hurt. Yeah. So you start limiting yourself, how far you want to go. But you know, you have to go through this time where you don't go to failure. You get out of shape, so to speak. The only way to get in shape is to get out of shape. The only way to go to failure is not go to failure. You know the difference. It's always success follows risk. Success follows risk. Right now, we're like looking for success up here, and the risk is like teasing. If the risk is ever too high and the success is down here, forget about it. But the risk follows. The risk follows the opportunity. More opportunity, more risk. If you don't take that last 5%, it's a knock on somebody else's door, I guarantee you. There's only a certain window of opportunity for success. This is your opportunity of a lifetime. Take the 5%. Go the 5% distance. It's gonna be scary as all head. It will drive you to the ground. You'll fail a few times. You'll fall on your face. Get up, keep getting up, keep getting up. If you don't, you have to be happy for the rest of your life. If you don't take the last 5%, you have to be happy the rest of your life knowing you went to somebody else's door and knocked on their door, and you could have been that guy. It's up to you.
When you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have a plan B. And that means that you start thinking about plan B, and every thought that you put into plan B, you're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A. And it's very important to understand that we function better if there is no safety net, because plan B becomes a safety net. It says that if I fail, then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there that will protect me. And that's not good, because people perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B. I'm telling you, I've never ever had a plan B. I say I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go and be a bodybuilding champion. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna get into show business and I'm going to be a leading man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. I will do the work over and over and over until I get it. It is very dangerous to have a plan B, because you're cutting yourself off from the chance of really succeeding. And the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is because they are worried about failing. What is if I fail, then I don't have anything else? Well, let me tell you something, don't be afraid of failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb that ladder. There's no one that doesn't fail. What makes you sometimes not be successful is your fear of failure. And so as soon as you become kind of friends with failure, and you say to yourself, wait a minute, Michael Jordan talks about he became the greatest basketball player because he missed his 5,000 shots, and he screwed up 280 some games, and all of this, and that's what made him the greatest basketball player. So it's failure where we learn really the most. And in bodybuilding, it's built in that you do the exercise, like you say, until you fail. In weightlifting, you go and lift until you fail, because it's the only way you know how much you can lift, is if you go all out and always lift beyond of what you can lift, and then you know exactly what you can do. I missed the 500-pound bench press at least 10 times in different competitions, but the 11th time I did it. You know, so I didn't feel like I was a failure. I just felt like I have to train more. And so I think the key thing is to tell people, don't be afraid of failure, because it makes you kind of like freeze and not make a move forward. Be friends with that and understand that from failure we can learn more, and therefore let's go all out and just feel free of that and not be worried and afraid all the time. I've had Many movies go in the toilet. I've lost bodybuilding competitions and powerlifting competitions and all that stuff. So I had made plenty of failures. It's always important to bring that up because people should know that you never will be able to go through life without failures. Failures make us learn. Failures make you stronger. Pain makes you stronger. And your mind is no different than the muscle. So the muscle grows by, pushing it and going through pain and through discomfort. Well, the same is with your head. That if you really want to grow as a person and if you want to get tough, you got to go through pain. You should not shy away. This is a lot of times the day with today's youth. When they talk about, the boys are having a problem, the girls having a problem, this is a problem, there's a problem. Everyone has a problem. It's like they're getting softer. And they're not willing anymore to kind of take themselves through this pain period and through the discomfort. Everyone wants to be in comfort. We all lose. We all have losses. This is okay. And this is why I say don't be worried about losing, because when you're afraid of losing, then you get frozen. You get stiff, you're not relaxed. You got to be, in order to perform well in anything, if it's in boxing or if it is on your job or with your thinking, is only happening when you relax.
We have arrived. We got Loot Lake here too. What you know about it? I got this fucking shirt, you know what I'm saying? From that clothing brand. I got another waffle knitted pump cover. And I got compression. I fucking hate the compression. Why? It looks like shit. The sleeves are this short. They're fucking tight as shit. And the fucking, it's like this.
You gotta get bigger shoulders.
It's like this, and it's tight as fuck down here. I hate it. I'm not big enough, for one, I'm not big enough to wear a compression shirt. For two, I hate fucking tight shirts. For three, if I'm wearing a tight shirt, it's gonna be a beater. So my arms are like fucking trapped. So I think I'm gonna give it away. Oh! me a drink of water. I'll be carrying everything. What is my stuff? Oh, the singlets, oh, the singlets, oh, the singlets. Put your hands up. Oh! Man, fun. Oh. He's R-wording me. He's R-wording me.